What's up, Tech King? Stefan here from TechRight. Today I'm going to be doing the full review of the Galaxy A71. Stay tuned. Alright everyone, so before I start the review, I'm going to do something new, kind of smartphone check-in. So what phone do you guys have? Put in the comments down below. What phone is your daily driver? What are you rocking? Definitely put that in the comments down below. So let's go ahead and start this review. I've been pretty much using this device for the last week or so as my daily driver, and I have to say I've been really enjoying it. Now, starting off with the build, we have a back that is named by Samsung as Glastic, which basically means glossy plastic. I feel like this phone definitely feels pretty substantial considering it doesn't have the most premium materials, but at least your phone isn't going to break into a million pieces when you drop it. We also have a very pretty display with a hole punch camera at the top that makes for some amazing screen real estate on this 6.7 inch phone. Speaking of the phone size, this is a very big phone at 6.7 inches. It's actually 2 inches bigger than the little brother, the Galaxy A51, and those 2 inches definitely count. The screen is also a huge selling point, not only being that it is big, but it has great saturation, deep blacks, and provides a decent viewing experience. The Super AMOLED screen has a resolution of 1080 by 2400 with a PPI of 393 paired with Gorilla Glass 3. Bottom of the phone, we have a speaker, USB Type-C port, and thankfully a headphone jack. I really like how the mid-range line from Samsung is sticking to the basic design language and not forcing you to drop money on Galaxy Buds or carry around cords like you're a drawer. Sad part, however, is we only have one speaker instead of stereo speakers. The speaker is pretty decent for what it is, but it can be covered very easily. This is something I feel like companies should implement in mid-range devices, more seeing the growth and popularity. I mean, I've seen it on phones that are actually half of the price, in particular Motorola phones with amazing stereo speakers using the headset and the speaker at the bottom of the phone. I just feel like there's no excuse at this point. Now, as for the biometrics, we have an in-screen fingerprint sensor and facial recognition. Both are very good and they work pretty much 9 out of 10 times, but be aware of using the face unlock because someone may be able to open your phone via a picture. So if they hold up a picture to your phone, they may be able to lock it, so I would just stick with the fingerprint sensor if you guys are worried about that. Now, under the hood, we have the Qualcomm Snapdragon 730 paired with the Adreno 618 GPU. Day-to-day tasks are not going to be a problem on this device. Scrolling through social media, replying to comments, and watching videos is going to be a seamless experience. You can also play games like Fortnite, Call of Duty, and PUBG with ease. And these games you can actually play on the highest graphics settings on each game, and I really do enjoy that. As for the battery, we have a 4500 mAh battery paired with the 25 watt fast charging. And I have to say, this is one of my favorite things about the phone so far. You can get a day or more with this battery and charge the phone up insanely quick. Absolutely in love with this battery. So the power users out there, definitely keep your eye on this phone. Moving on to the cameras, as I said before, we have the 32 megapixel hole punch camera we see on the front of the device, which hosts an f2.2 aperture lens that is capable of wide angle shots. So far, my experience with the camera has been very decent in well lit settings, but once I take anything in low light, it tends to suffer a bit, getting some pretty washed out and noisy examples. But Samsung offers night mode, and that should have you covered in darker situations. But for the average person, you can definitely get by with no problem if you don't care so much about quality. Now, for the rear facing cameras, we actually have a quad setup. Now, this is getting more popular on mid-range devices, Samsung in particular on the A series. Now, for the first camera, we have a 64 megapixel shooter with an f1.8 aperture, and that's going to give you wide angle. Our second camera, we're going to have 12 megapixels with an f2.2 aperture, and that's going to be our ultra wide camera. Our third is going to be a 5 megapixel camera at f2.4, and that is going to be our macro camera, one of my favorites, and I'll talk about that more right now. And our fourth is going to be 5 megapixels f2.2 aperture, and that is going to be your depth sensor. Now, the rear cameras can take very decent photos with amazing detail and good colors, as I talked about before in the 10 reasons to buy video. If you guys didn't see that video and you do want to purchase this phone, I'll definitely put a link in the description down below and right here, so definitely go ahead and click on that if you want to see more. The ultra wide camera probably has to be my favorite with taking photos, but we do have darker examples when using it compared to the main camera. The macro mode definitely has to be a close second. Absolutely enjoy the detail it gives while also not sacrificing lighting quality. This mode is definitely going to bring the photographer out of all of us, especially if you guys already do photography. This is going to be a great option as far as mobile devices go. Now, as for the video recording, we can shoot up to 4K at 30 frames per second, but I have to say it is a bit shaky as seen here, but it is definitely passable for the amazing price we're getting it for. $392 is a crazy steal, and for it to even record in 4K is definitely good enough. Now, as for the 1080p 30 frame per second camera, this has to be one of my favorite mid-range devices for recording video. This looks extremely good. The colors are good, the lighting is good, the saturation is good. These are some examples right here. I just have to say this has been a really good experience as far as video recording goes, and it's definitely one of the best I've seen in a mid-range. Now, the last thing I want to talk about has to be the price. I feel like this is the most obvious thing we should talk about, and the price of this phone is $392. Now, I know some people have seen it on Amazon for $450, eBay for $430 to $450, other places for even more, but you can actually get it on Newegg right now for $392. I'll put the link in the comment section down below as well as the description. This is not an affiliate program, just FYI. The only place that I affiliate with commission-based content is Amazon, so just saying this is not an affiliate link. I could have gave you an affiliate link to purchase this phone, but I didn't want to do that because I'm saving you $70 right here or so. So definitely go ahead and use that link if you guys want to pick this phone up for the cheapest possible price. And that pretty much segues us into the last segment of this video. Should you purchase this phone? The price is there. The specs are there, the camera's there. I really do enjoy this phone so far, and for the week and a half I've been using it, I have to say this is definitely worth it. There are other options out there, and if you guys want to go ahead and put them in the comments down below, definitely go ahead and put them in the comments down below. But I think $392 is a very fair price on this device. And I really enjoy it so far. So yes, I definitely recommend you buying this if you guys are looking for a phone under $400. This is one of the best examples I've seen in a second, and I feel like Samsung is bringing the heat again and again, and hopefully that doesn't stop in 2020. But if you guys have the Galaxy A71, put it in the comments down below. Tell me how your experience is with this phone so far. If you're going to go ahead and pick it up, tell me if you're going to pick this up, and tell me what your favorite features are about this device. Now, if you guys did enjoy this review, definitely hit the like button as well as subscribing and turning on the notification bell if you guys want to be notified for all future videos. This has been Safan from TechRight. I hope you guys have an amazing day wherever you are. Peace out, Tech Gang.